Let me tell you something that might surprise you. You've probably been told your whole life that losing your vision as you age is just inevitable, something you have to accept. Your eye doctor might have said there's nothing you can do except get stronger glasses or, eventually, consider surgery. But what if I told you that's only half the truth? What if certain foods, eaten at the right time, specifically right before bed, could actually repair your vision while you sleep? I know it sounds too good to be true. But this isn't about expensive supplements or miracle cures. This is about real, whole foods backed by solid scientific research published in respected medical journals. Studies that show how the right nutrients, consumed before bedtime, can activate your body's natural repair processes during sleep and actually restore clarity, improve night vision, reduce dryness, and protect against further deterioration. The pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know about this because you can't patent a carrot or a piece of fish. Today, I'm going to share with you 8 foods, ranked from good to absolutely extraordinary, that seniors over 60 should be eating before bed to repair and protect their vision. These aren't theories, these are backed by clinical trials, published studies, and real results from real people. And food number 1 on this list has been shown in research to reduce vision loss by over 50%. It might already be sitting in your refrigerator right now. But before we dive in, let me share a quick story. Barbara is 68 years old. 2 years ago, she started having serious trouble with her vision. Everything was getting blurry. She couldn't read the newspaper anymore. Driving at night became terrifying because headlights looked like huge, bright halos. She was convinced she was heading toward blindness, and there was nothing she could do. Her doctor told her it was just age-related macular degeneration and gave her expensive vitamin supplements. They didn't help much. Then, a friend told her about eating certain foods before bed, specifically for eye repair during sleep. Barbara was skeptical, but desperate enough to try. She started eating 1 serving of wild-caught salmon and a handful of leafy greens every evening before bed. Within 3 months, she noticed her vision was clearer. Within 6 months, she was reading again without strain. A year later, her eye doctor was amazed at how much her condition had stabilized and even slightly improved. Now she swears by this routine and tells everyone she knows. So let's get started. Grab a pen and paper, because you're going to want to write these down. And please, watch all the way to the end, because the most powerful food is saved for last. Number 8 on our list is sweet potatoes. Now, you might be thinking, sweet potatoes for eye health? Yes, absolutely. Sweet potatoes are packed with beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. And vitamin A is absolutely essential for the health of your retina, the light-sensitive tissue at the back of your eye. Without enough vitamin A, your night vision suffers first. You know that feeling when you walk into a dark room and it takes forever for your eyes to adjust? That's often a sign of vitamin A deficiency. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people with higher intakes of beta-carotene had significantly better night vision and lower rates of vision problems as they aged. What makes sweet potatoes special as a bedtime food is that vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning it's absorbed better when eaten with a little healthy fat, and your body does a lot of cellular repair during sleep. So if you eat a baked sweet potato with a bit of butter or olive oil about an hour before bed, your body has all night to absorb those nutrients and put them to work repairing your retinal cells. 1 medium sweet potato gives you over 400% of your daily vitamin A needs. Mrs. Helen Rodriguez, 71, from Texas, told me she started eating half a sweet potato every night before bed. And within 2 months, she could finally see the road signs clearly when driving at dusk. Something she hadn't been able to do in years. Number 7 is eggs, specifically the yolk. I know, for decades we were told to avoid egg yolks because of cholesterol. That advice has been completely debunked. Egg yolks are nutritional powerhouses, especially for your eyes. They contain two incredibly important nutrients, lutein and zeaxanthin. These are carotenoids that accumulate specifically in the macula of your eye, which is the central part of your retina responsible for sharp, detailed vision. Here's what's fascinating: lutein and zeaxanthin act like natural sunglasses inside your eye. They filter out harmful blue light and protect your retinal cells from oxidative damage. A study in JAMA Ophthalmology followed thousands of people for years and found that those with the highest intake of lutein and zeaxanthin had a dramatically lower risk of developing age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of blindness in seniors. What makes eggs special is that the lutein and zeaxanthin in egg yolks are in a highly absorbable form because they're surrounded by fat. Eating 2 or 3 eggs as a late dinner or evening snack gives your body these protective compounds right before your deepest sleep cycles, when cellular repair is most active. Mr. Thomas Chen, 74, told me he started having 2 soft-boiled eggs every evening around 8 p.m. After 4 months, his eye doctor noticed his macular pigment density had actually increased, meaning the protective layer in his eyes had gotten stronger. His dry eyes improved too. Number 6 is almonds. If you suffer from dry, gritty eyes that feel tired by the end of the day, almonds might be your answer. Almonds are rich in vitamin E, which is a powerful antioxidant that protects the delicate tissues of your eyes from damage caused by free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that damage cells and accelerate aging, including aging of your eyes. Research published in Archives of Ophthalmology found that people with the highest vitamin E intake had significantly lower rates of cataracts and macular degeneration. But here's what makes almonds perfect for bedtime: vitamin E is fat-soluble, and almonds contain healthy fats that help your body absorb it. Additionally, almonds contain magnesium, which helps regulate sleep quality. Better sleep means better cellular repair. The recommended amount is about a small handful, roughly 10 to 12 almonds eaten about an hour before bed. Don't eat them roasted or salted raw, or lightly toasted is best. Mrs. Patricia Williams, 66, suffered from chronically dry eyes that burned and made reading difficult. She started eating a small handful of raw almonds every night with a cup of chamomile tea. Within 6 weeks, her eyes felt noticeably more comfortable, and she could read for longer periods without discomfort. Number 5 is dark leafy greens, specifically kale, spinach, and collard greens. These vegetables are absolutely loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, even more than eggs in terms of total quantity per serving. The difference is that the absorption isn't quite as efficient from plants as from eggs, but the sheer volume makes up for it. A cup of cooked kale contains over 20 milligrams of lutein and zeaxanthin combined. Research published in the British Journal of Ophthalmology showed that people who ate dark leafy greens regularly had up to 43% lower risk of developing serious vision problems. Now, why eat them before bed? Because these nutrients need time to be absorbed and transported to your eyes. When you eat leafy greens in the evening, especially with a source of healthy fat like olive oil or avocado, your body can spend the entire night processing and delivering these protective compounds to your retinal cells during deep sleep phases when repair is maximized. Here's a simple tip. Make a small evening salad with baby spinach or kale. Add some cherry tomatoes, drizzle with extra virgin olive oil and a squeeze of lemon. Eat it about 90 minutes before bed. Mr. James Foster, 69, did exactly this every single night for 3 months. His optometrist was shocked to see that his early-stage macular degeneration hadn't progressed at all, in fact. Some measurements had slightly improved. His night vision got better, and colors looked more vibrant. Number 4 is blueberries. These little berries are absolute superstars when it comes to eye health. Blueberries contain compounds called anthocyanins, which are powerful antioxidants that specifically protect the blood vessels in your eyes. As we age, the tiny blood vessels in our retinas can become damaged and leak, leading to vision problems. Anthocyanins strengthen these blood vessels and improve blood flow to the retina. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who ate blueberries regularly had better night vision and faster recovery from bright light exposure. Another study showed that blueberry consumption improved visual contrast sensitivity, your ability to distinguish objects from their background, which is crucial for things like driving and recognizing faces. The recommended amount is about half a cup to 1 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries eaten in the evening. You can eat them plain, mix them into plain Greek yogurt, or blend them into a small smoothie. Mrs. Dorothy Martinez, 73, had terrible night vision. She couldn't see anything when she got up to use the bathroom at night and had fallen twice. She started eating a cup of blueberries every evening around 7 p.m. Within 2 months, her night vision had improved so much that she could navigate her hallway without turning on lights. Her eye doctor said her retinal health looked better than it had in years. Number 3 is walnuts. Here's why walnuts are so special for eye health. They're one of the best plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Your eyes need omega-3 fats to function properly. The retina has one of the highest concentrations of omega-3 fats in your entire body. These fats are essential for maintaining the structural integrity of retinal cells and reducing inflammation, which is a major driver of age-related vision problems. Multiple studies have shown that people with higher omega-3 intake have dramatically lower rates of macular degeneration and dry eye syndrome. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 38,000 women for 10 years and found that those with the highest omega-3 intake had a 38% lower risk of developing serious eye disease. Eating walnuts before bed is strategic because your body needs time to break down and utilize these fats. And the repair processes during deep sleep are when your retinal cells regenerate most actively. The recommended amount is about a small handful, roughly 7 to 9 walnut halves eaten about an hour before sleep. Mr. George Anderson, 70, had been diagnosed with dry macular degeneration. He started eating walnuts every evening and also added more fatty fish to his diet. After 6 months, his ophthalmologist noted that his drusen yellow deposits under the retina that indicate macular degeneration had not increased in size and some had even decreased. His vision had stabilized completely. Number 2 is wild-caught salmon. Now we're getting to the really powerful foods. Salmon, especially wild-caught varieties like sockeye or king salmon, is extraordinarily rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, which are the forms your body can use most easily. These omega-3s are absolutely critical for eye health. DHA makes up a huge percentage of the fatty acids in your retina. Without adequate DHA, your retinal cells can't function properly, your tear production decreases, and inflammation increases. Study after study has confirmed that eating fatty fish regularly dramatically reduces the risk of vision loss. A major French study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that people who ate fatty fish at least twice a week had up to 50% lower risk of developing advanced macular degeneration. Another study showed that omega-3 supplementation could actually slow the progression of existing eye disease. But here's why eating salmon before bed is optimal. Omega-3 fats reduce inflammation throughout your body, including in your eyes. When you sleep, your body's anti-inflammatory processes are most active. By providing your body with high-quality omega-3s right before sleep, you're giving it exactly what it needs to repair damaged retinal tissue during the night. The recommended amount is a 3 to 4 ounce serving of wild-caught salmon, ideally cooked, gently baked, poached, or pan-seared, eaten about 2 hours before bed. Mrs. Susan Blake, 67, had advanced dry eye syndrome that made every day miserable. Her eyes constantly burned and watered. She could barely look at screens. Her doctor had tried everything: prescription drops, punctal plugs, you name it. Then she started eating salmon 4 evenings a week before bed. Within 1 month, her symptoms started improving. Within 3 months, her dry eye symptoms were almost completely gone. Her ophthalmologist said her tear film quality had improved dramatically and the inflammation in her eyes had decreased substantially. And now, number 1. The most powerful food you can eat before bed to repair and protect your vision. Are you ready? It's dark chocolate. But not just any chocolate. We're talking about dark chocolate with at least 70% cacao content, and ideally 85% or higher. Now, I know what you're thinking: chocolate for eye health? Absolutely, and the science is incredible. Dark chocolate is extraordinarily rich in flavonoids, particularly a type called flavanols. These compounds dramatically improve blood flow to the retina. Better blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your retinal cells, and better removal of waste products. A groundbreaking study published in JAMA Ophthalmology found that people who ate dark chocolate showed significant improvements in visual contrast, sensitivity, and visual acuity within just 2 hours of consumption. Another study showed that regular dark chocolate consumption improved retinal blood vessel function and reduced inflammation. But here's the key: dark chocolate also contains small amounts of caffeine and theobromine, which can be stimulating. That's why timing is important. Eat a small amount, about 1 ounce, roughly 3 squares of a high-quality dark chocolate bar, about 2 to 3 hours before bed. This gives your body time to absorb the beneficial compounds and for any stimulating effects to wear off before sleep. The flavonoids will work throughout the night to improve circulation to your eyes and provide antioxidant protection. Mr. David Thompson, 72, had been told his cataracts would require surgery within the year. His vision was getting cloudier every month. He started eating 2 squares of 85% dark chocolate every evening at 7 p.m., along with some of the other foods I've mentioned. 6 months later, his ophthalmologist was stunned. His cataracts had not progressed at all, and his overall eye health had improved. He still needed glasses, but his vision had actually gotten slightly clearer. Now, dark chocolate does contain sugar, even high-percentage varieties. So if you have diabetes, talk to your doctor first and monitor your blood sugar. But for most seniors, the benefits far outweigh any concerns. So there you have it: 8 powerful foods that can actually repair and protect your vision when eaten before bed. Let me quickly summarize: sweet potatoes for vitamin A and night vision, eggs for lutein and zeaxanthin, almonds for vitamin E and dry eye relief, dark leafy greens for macular protection, blueberries for blood vessel health, walnuts for omega-3 fats, wild-caught salmon for maximum DHA, and dark chocolate for improved retinal blood flow. You don't have to eat all of these every single night. Start with 1 or 2 that appeal to you most or address your biggest vision concerns. Be consistent. Give it at least 8 to 12 weeks to see results. Keep notes on how your eyes feel. Do you notice less dryness? Better night vision? Clearer focus? And please keep seeing your eye doctor regularly. These foods support and protect your vision. They're not a replacement for medical care. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. And drop a comment below telling me which food you're going to start with tonight. I read every single comment and reply with personalized advice. Your vision is precious. Protect it while you still can. Thank you for watching, and here's to clearer, healthier eyes at any age.